$2,350 USD. You know, when this was first talked about, this was rumored to actually be pretty affordable and a cheaper option for a lot of people. I don't know if I still agree with that. By the way, I don't know if I still agree with that. Wow, this is expensive. So, by the way, this right here is like the World Cup version or whatever. This is not the base version. This is like a collector series version. This right now is being posted on Germany and on United Kingdom's website. So, this is nothing to do with, like the version you would get. This is just completely different. All right. Anyway, this is not coming out to April, which is next month. So, that's a thing. But yeah, right now it's currently if you do the transfer or whatever, you do like the euros to USD, right? And I don't, is it here? Yeah, right here. You can see this is what it translates to. It's 2,000 euros, which is $2,337, which is expensive. And again, like I said, the rumor speculation was, oh, this thing's going to come out and it's going to be a lot cheaper. It's going to be a lot affordable. And I kind of got scared because I'm like, okay, well, scalpers are going to have a field day with it, right? Kind of how scalpers work. Whenever scalpers get an inch, they take a mile. So I thought the thing was going to sell out and be impossible to get. Well, don't worry. You're not going to have a problem getting it. The problem's going to be affording it. And yeah, you're probably not going to be in that ballpark range. Majority of people will not be in that ballpark range to actually get this device. So, yeah, I am absolutely baffled. I thought this thing was about to be like, insanely crazy. Like crazy as in like good price tag. So it comes with a 512 gigabyte expandable storage, UFS 4.1, 16 gigabytes of RAM, 512 gigabytes of storage, which obviously says expandable storage, but this is the base storage. So you can get, interesting. Okay, so it starts at 512. I guess at that price tag, I mean, come on now, like, if they offer less, they're gonna get absolutely crapped on. We have silicone battery. Doesn't give us the exact specifications. 8.09 display. This is the inside display, obviously. Has 120 hertz. Now, keep in mind, this is being translated from German to English, but we'll look at a better thing in a second. I just wanted to look at the official website to see what it showed. But it does say it's going to have an outside display of 165 hertz. But that will be obviously 1080p in the end. But it's going to be 65 hertz on the outside display. The cover display right here, 6.56 inches. It does have an OLED display on the inside, 120 hertz. Pretty much 2K resolution. Cool. 6200 nits brightness. Okay, dimensions right here. It does have IP49, which the 4 is for dust resistance, the 9 is for IP rating. Pretty much typical for most of these devices that have IPX9. Obviously, X meaning the dust resistance. No, this does actually have a pretty decent grade for dust resistance. So shout out to them for that. Has a front camera 20 megapixel front shooter. Front camera 32 megapixels. So is this the inside one? I would assume one of these two is going to be the inside one. Inside camera and an outside camera. And when I say inside, I mean inside when you open up the foldable, the inside camera. Video recording, okay, not bad. 240 FPS at 4K. And then 30 FPS. Wait, hold on. I'm reading this completely incorrect. No, I'm not. I'm reading this correct, right? Yeah, I believe I am in 8K 30 FPS, 4K 60. There's different resolutions. Real camera has a 50 megapixel camera. Okay. Real camera 2 has 50 megapixel camera and then another 50 megapixel camera. So nice. And then you got the ultra wide. You got the macro resolution. That's cool. Periscope, telephoto lens. That's awesome. Wide angle camera as well. So we got an f1.6. We got a f2.4. And we got an f2. Not bad. For camera nerds out there like myself, it's actually pretty good. The lower the number, like this, see the F and then the lower the number, the better the low light is. And also more blurred background as well. So like an f1.2, you're going to get really beautiful blurred backgrounds. Where like, let's say at f4, crazy opposite scale there. That's where you're going to need as much light as possible. So the lower the number, the more stuff you can, the better you can work in low light. Obviously, you still bump up the ISO, but that's nerd talk. We're not going to get into nerd talk here. Yeah. So that's that. Now we have another article here, which is in English. So for craps and giggles, I just wanted it from the horse's mouth here. Did they actually cover? Okay, so it has a Snapdragon 8 Gen 5 processor. Nice. So it's gonna be. I mean, listen, this thing is gonna be stupid powerful. Like, and I get it. Like they went all out, man. They went absolutely all out for this device. They did not hold back anything for this device. They said, hey, we're not worrying about price. We're worrying about power. And I respect that. I do respect that. But at the same time, wanted to actually get the device. And at this point, I don't know if I could, in any common sense wise, actually get this device. It's an awesome device. I just thought it was going to be more affordable given the circumstance of it being Motorola. But I gotta respect that, man. They went power. They didn't go just, they didn't go like baby steps into the pool. They went absolutely stomping in the pool. Which, yeah, that's not bad. This has a 6,000 millihertz battery. Holy moly. That's crazy. Yeah, I mean, again, $2,300, almost $2,400, $2,400 after tax. It's a lot of money. It's a lot of money to spend on affordable. Anyway, tell me down below your thoughts and opinions. See you guys next one. Peace out.